Progressivism. On January 1st, 1900, the United States had reason for optimism. Cities were bustling, industry was booming. One factory owner, Andrew Carnegie, was about to sell his steel factory and become the richest man in the world. Not bad for a weaver's son from Scotland. And if Carnegie could do it, why not anyone? A fresh new century was lying before us. This is a good time to be an American. However, if you peeled back the excitement and you looked carefully underneath, not everyone in America was making it. In fact, with the absence of clear rules and regulations, not everyone in America even had a chance to make it. Consider this. In 1900, the average wage was $500 per year. In the South, unskilled workers were making $300 per year. This was a time when if you made less than $600 a year, you were considered in poverty. 2. The hours were long. In 1900, the average American work week was 60 hours per week. In the garment industry, making these kinds of items, you were working more like 70 hours a week. You go to school for about 35 hours a week, we're talking double. And third, child labor was widespread. In 1900, 26% of boys between the ages of 10 and 15 were already working. That's about 7 out of this class. And girls, it was 10%. That's about 3 out of this class. Added to this, the fact that more than half of adult Americans were denied the right to vote. Let's consider this. Can I vote? Are you human? No? Well, you certainly can't vote. If you are human, yes. Well, are you a male? No. Well, you cannot vote. But if you are a male, go to this question. Are you white? No, you cannot vote. Yes, then you can vote. See, women had never had the right to vote, and most black men had lost the right to vote in the years after Reconstruction, with the result of Jim Crow laws, literacy tests, poll taxes, and the rise of the Ku Klux Klan. Now, fortunately, some people spoke out. A group of journalists named muckrakers, like Ida Tarbell and Samuel McClure, they looked into these problems and they voiced their concerns. Ministers, professors, social workers, and many elected officials listened and joined in. A movement developed called the Progressive Movement, or Progressivism, root word progress. Now, this reform effort included both major political parties, Republicans and Democrats. It lasted about 20 years, and it influenced the thinking of 3 progressive presidents: Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, and Woodrow Wilson. Now, to be sure, progressivism had its limits. For example, almost nothing was done to rid the country of racial segregation, and labor unions were given little encouragement. However, there were other areas where important reform movements were made. So here's your task. You're going to research one of these reform movements. You're going to create a project to convince others of the importance of your reform movement. Your classmates will be given $1 million each. And their goal is to donate to the reform movement that they feel the most strongly about. Your task is set, your goal is clear. Good luck.